going on Instagram? So today we work out together, giving you some updates of what I'm doing, some tricks and tips on workout, and yeah, answering your questions if you have any during my workout. So first thing I wanted to cover is something that can help a lot people that travel around, they move a lot, right? They change city often. Maybe you're just a digital nomad and you know, you just like to travel and be in different places. And I get this question if my workout and calisthenics in general is going to be suitable for these people. And guys, that's, you know, learning how to work out with calisthenics is an absolute must. If you are this kind of person that you cannot always train at the gym, you don't always have weights available, it's a must for you. If your goal is actually having an effective workout that gives you progress over time and you actually build strength and muscle, you need to learn how to train with your own body weight through calisthenics. So absolutely, you know, calisthenics can help you if you're this kind of person, but there is a but. You know, I sometimes get people or new clients that expected a no equipment workout. That's not possible. That would be lying to you, right? So this fitness influencer that promotes for you no equipment workout at home, that's sure, they're going to get you moving and do some exercise, but you cannot effectively have a progression in strength, and therefore you're not going to build muscle. So you need some equipment, all right? And by the way, guys, if you have questions, drop them in the chat so we make these more interactive. And also drop in the chat if you actually prefer calisthenics or weight training. Just drop calisthenics if you prefer calisthenics, or weight training if you prefer weight training. But anyway, so calisthenics training can really be minimized in terms of equipment to rings. You know, if you're traveling, whether you travel a lot in general or it's just for holiday, you need rings. And if you want to prioritize your fitness goals and get stronger and build muscle, you're going to have to make some space for the rings, okay? Have less underwear, do not bring pants with you. Muscles and strength and fitness is more important than your clothes, so make space for the rings that do not take a lot of space. And also bands. With bands, so the rings and bands are going to make enough of equipment to have an effective calisthenic workout wherever you are, right? Of course, then you need to go into planned workouts and the selection of exercises. But if you go into last week lives that I've done, I teach you how to structure a workout, what are the exercises that you should be choosing, what are the goals that you should have as a beginner in terms of what exercises, and what is the right progression from, you know, everywhere from 0 pull-ups to muscle up, 0 push-ups to handstand push-ups, is rep time. Woohoo! That was alright. So tracking. If you're not tracking your progress, what are you doing? So we got medium band assisted front lever pull-ups. And I'm going to go for 4 sets of 4 reps. And I'm actually resting a lot. Like I'm resting 4 minutes. 4 minutes in my first exercise. Because if you want to build muscle, you're going to have to progress in strength. Strength is key, you know? Like I don't think it's optimal to just stay at, you know, the 8, 10 and 12 reps rep range. You need to increase your strength at higher intensity as well. And if you are going to do that, you know, resting 60 seconds, 90 seconds is not going to help you do that. But in general, guys, like the resting time is the one thing that you can play with within your workout, right? Do not get stuck with 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 90, 2 minutes is better for this specific stimulus, but rather use it as your variable within the workout, right? If you feel like you need an extra minute, add an extra minute. If you feel like you can do with 30 seconds less, just do that. So I think we don't have questions. If you have questions, guys, drop them in the chat. But yeah, I really keep 4 minutes rest for my first exercise because it's the one that I go for the highest intensity. And for the rest of my workout, I stay between 3 minutes and 2 minutes. It really doesn't make sense to me if we're talking about optimizing a workout plan to build strength and muscle to work on strength endurance and rest 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Because if you're doing that, you're probably not progressing that much, right? Because this is not running, right? It's not running. If you run, you can you work on fatigue. You know the closer you get to endurance, to cardio, let's say, the more you can progress while pushing yourself while you're fatigued. But when it comes to strength and muscle, in order to perform those high intensity repetitions that are very few, right? There are 3, there are 4. You're giving your all to these repetitions, right? It's a low amount of volume, very high intensity. So you're giving your all to it, right? So if you're giving your all, how can you expect your body to recover in like 30 seconds? That's not going to happen. All right, that was the third set. We got one more. So Attic Plan is asking, what do I think about long eccentrics? So, it depends the context in which you use the eccentric. So the eccentric can be used in 2 main ways. So the number one way when it comes to, for example, progress in strength and learning a calisthenics skills that you cannot do. In that case, long eccentric makes a lot of sense. Maybe you want to learn the front lever, and you perform. I cannot do it right now, but you perform the negative from the top, very, very slow. You do 2 to 3 reps, and that's very effective. I don't prioritize it. If I can avoid doing negative, I would in my workout. The reason being is that they're very stressful on the joint and the muscle, because imagine you are forcing your body to go through an effort that is actually not capable to. So I wouldn't focus too much on negatives, right? So just use it as a bridge, as a way of connecting the gap that you're having within the progress. And the other ways you can use negative is just to increase the volume, right? So maybe you're doing pull-ups, doing 8 pull-ups, 9 pull-ups, and you just wanna add some extra volume, but you don't want to do it with reps. You want to do it by slowing down the tempo, and that's going to be a good way too, right? Slowing down the eccentric is just going to be like a tool that you can use. I think it's also good to have, especially if you're a beginner, so you make sure that your form is right, okay? Many beginners in calisthenics, sometimes what they do with pull-ups, for example, they drop down and then they pull up and drop, okay? So focusing on slowing down the negative is going to help you develop better form and work out more safely, correct? But yeah, the eccentrics are a very good tool. Actually, this is another interesting way in which you can use eccentric, and that is when you are actually not able to finish a set. That's a very good way to use them, actually. Probably is my favorite one. This one would be a way of using eccentric. This would be the way of using eccentric that you could use more often in your workout, and it's basically to add reps that you're not able to do with the specific exercise that you're doing. So let's say you're doing pull-ups, right? You get to 4 or 5 pull-ups, you cannot do anymore. Then you can jump up and smash a couple of reps with the negative. All right, and so now we go back to 3 minutes rest and moving to the next exercise. 3 minutes rest. So this is another cool tip that I can give you. I don't know if you say like 4, 4, 4. I did 4 repetitions for the first 3 sets, and then on my last one I did 5 repetitions, right? So this is key because so many people make the mistake of like maxing out on their first set. And it's like you are ruining your whole workout when you max out your first set. You know, the reason why there is, you know, the reason why during a workout you do more than one exercise, you do more than one set, you stay within a rep range. The reason why you do that is because the most effective way to train is not just to max out, is to spread the volume and the effort across a workout. And if you start a workout and you grab the pull-up bar and you max out your pull-ups, what you're doing is destroying your ability to be efficient during the workout, because you're fresh. And because you're fresh, you can give your absolute max, right? I hope this makes sense, because when you are in your third and fourth set, you cannot do that. Even if you give your max, you cannot give your max because you're already tired. But if you give your max at the beginning when you're fresh, your energy bar goes and then perhaps you feel fatigued, you know, during the workout. Of course, the reps are going to go down. Instead of being something like this that I showed you, 4, 4, 5, you're going to see in your workout that you do 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. And you say, what's going on, right? You have no idea what's going on during your workout. Anyway, let me fix this first, because we're not only messing around here, we're actually training. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do here, because it's my first workout with this new setup, let's say. Okay, so hopefully I can do 5. Oh no, what I'm doing, that's not what I have to do. Oh yeah, it is what I have to do. I'm confused. Oh yeah, we like this 5. Let's go on the other one. Easy. So we were saying lots of beginner, they go to a pull-up bar, max out their pull-ups, 10 pull-ups, and then the second, third, and fourth sets look something like 8, 6, 3. You know, the other problem with this, apart from the fact that you are ruining your workout because you are consuming your energies at a very fast pace, because again, you're maxing out when you're fresh and you can actually give your all, right? And so as a consequence, you're going to be able to put less effort into your workout as you would be able to do if you save some energies, right? So the other reason why it doesn't help to max out at your first set is that if you're doing your diligence and you're tracking your workout, but you're maxing out your first set, this is useless. This is useless because what you're going to do next week, you're going to max out again. So you don't really know like what changes you can do to your workouts because you're just going random. You're just going around. You're not deciding what's happening in your workout. Is the workout that is deciding for you, right? And you don't want that. You want clarity. You know, I love to come to my workout and see these numbers, right? So I'd see something like this, 4, 4, 4, and my last set was 5. I will love to see this next week, because what this tells me, the fact that I've been able to do an extra rep on my last sets, it tells me that, all right, I can try and add an extra repetition next Monday. All right, so next Monday I'm going to go for 5, 5, and 5 and see how that goes. But you see, this way I have clarity. I know exactly what I have to do in order to progress. Track your workouts. So then we have hard band assisted 1-arm pull-ups. So I did 5, which is pretty good that I did 5 actually, because I usually do 5 when I'm fresh, and this is my second exercise. So that was good news. Right, let's go. How's the audio? Can you hear well? I think so. My phone doesn't look like it's overheating. Do we have questions? Do we have some questions? Just drop me some questions. Geiler six-pack, I don't know what that means. This exercise is very hard. Yes, it is. Sexy man, thank you. I'm so cute. Sorry for being so thirsty. All right, thank you for the compliment, guys. But it would be cool to see some questions, and so I can actually, give you the information that you want and can help you in your fitness journey. We do have a question, but before that, I want to make a point, because today I had another conversation with a new client. Actually, it's a new client, so he still has the old mindset of many vegans out there that think that is the nutrition that is stopping you from building muscle, right? And I'm not saying that eating healthy is not important. Of course it is important. Of course it is. But trust me that if your workout plan would make sense, you would have been consistent and disciplined with it for 1 year, 2 years, and actually made a great increase in your strength, I assure you that you would have some extra muscles on you, right? And just to give you a perspective of where you are at, right? And compare it to me and say, hey, maybe this is the reason why I don't build muscle, all right? Just look at what I'm doing. So I am doing right now pull-ups with 1 arm with a hard band, right? Most of you probably right now are training pull-ups with 2 arms with the same band. So what do you think is the reason why I have more muscle with you? I have more muscle than you. Is it because my diet is magical, or because my strength is greater than where you are at now, right? And for me, this is a very important concept to move across, because it seems like the narrative out there, the fitness coaches and everyone, the fitness industry overall, that they talk about nutrition, but it's not what's going to make you build muscle. You need to get strong. Your workout plan needs to make sense. You need to know how to progressive overload. You need to know how to execute the exercises in a way that's going to optimize your strength gains. Let's go. All right, so this is called stop and go, all right? So I felt at the fourth repetition that I wasn't going to be able to perform the fifth one with good technique. So what I'm doing is I'm dropping, wait 10 to 15 seconds just to give my muscle just a little bit of recovery, and go for the last repetition. All right? These have been absolutely perfect. Stop and go allows you to add those extra repetitions that you need with good technique, rather than struggling and wasting your time. So as you can see, my right is stronger than my left one. Did you guys remember how many sets I've done? I think this was the third one. Yeah. Say third one. Yeah, stop and go. Stop and go, it's a great thing. So less good. Husband, what's less good? Someone said in German you have a great ass too. Yeah, man. Girls love a good ass too. And of course, also I guess my gay friends that follow me. I had a question. There you go. So what does your weekly split look like for calisthenics? So I train 4 days. I do a classic leg day, right? I don't want to do 2 leg days. Sure, I want my legs to grow, but I just want 1 leg day. I do enough volume. I do more volume than I do for my upper body days because it's 1 leg day, so it's not like it's not effective. Probably a little bit less volume compared to what I do for my upper body, but that's enough for me, and it's enough stimulus to get stronger and build my legs. And I just got a compliment for my ass, so I guess that's working. And then I do a push-pull. So today is Monday, push. On Tuesday I do pull. Then I got legs on Wednesday, and on Friday I do another upper body day. So now there is a difference between my push and pull and the upper body day. So my push and pull focus more on strength. So there is a little bit more intensity in the exercises and the rep range I'm working on. I take longer rests, and it's more focused on the strength stimulus. And I only do three exercises. And then on a Friday, I would retouch on like lower rep, higher intensity, but only two exercises. And then I would go more into the hypertrophy range and 8+ repetitions, mainly killing myself with the pull-ups and dips. So I basically do 10 supersets back and forth with the pull-ups and dips. Then I would do high repetition also of Australian pull-ups and push-ups. And then in the end I would also do my ab work, and also do a bodybuilding style exercise selection. So I would do bicep curl, tricep extension, and lateral raises, 4 rounds, and that's about it. I hope it makes sense. Time to rep now. Oof, I don't know. Can I do this? 1. Okay, so that was fine. It was good. It was a good run. So yeah, that's my split. Next question. I'm going to disappear for a second. Just need to get my good question. Do you apply this technique of maxing out only for the last set? Would be the right question. You asked maxing out only for the last repetition. I think last set is the correct question. So do you apply this technique of maxing out only for the last set with all the exercises? Most of the exercises, yes. It's just when I'm doing my hypertrophy work, when I'm working on more endurance kind of training, strength endurance. So when I'm doing that, I don't really care, because I don't really progress that much in terms of repetitions when I'm doing that circuit of dips and pull-ups to the maximum. So I just try to push hard and do as many reps as I can for every set. If I do less for one set, it's fine. But mainly for the previous exercise, like my first 3 exercises of the workout. And then and yes, and also it's not the same. It's not the same as the rest. Oof! Wait, Nina just came back, and I think she went into the sea because she's wet. Wait, let me get my weighted vest. Right, so I was saying that these, saving energies later on in the workout, it's not necessary as it is at the beginning of the workout, all right? Because as I said before, the reason why you shouldn't be maxing out in your first set of the exercises is because you're fresh and you're going to burn most of your energy, and you're not going to be able to spread them out throughout the workout. But at the end of the workout, you already used a lot of your energies. So it's not necessary to be as careful. Let's go. I think I need to do 11 reps. I need to do 11 reps, yes. Yeah. 11 reps, done. I think I should push myself and go for 12. So, do you also do weight training in the gym aside from body weight training? So yeah, actually I started to go to a gym to do my last workout of the week, the upper body one, the one that focuses more on hypertrophy and higher reps, as I explained before. And so I don't do really like traditional weight training exercises. As I said, I would only do some biceps, some tricep extension, and some lateral raises, and that's it. I do weighted pull-ups, I do weighted dips, but I'm also not doing legs at the gym anymore. Like before, I would do proper leg workout at the gym with the deadlift and weighted squat, but for a matter of time, I'm now training at home, and I'm finding it very effective to work out at home. Actually, with a little extra weight, you can do a lot at home for your legs. You just need to do a lot of, everything needs to be unilateral. So you gotta do one-legged exercises. Once you have reached that level where body weight leg exercises are not very effective, you need to transfer into one-legged exercises. All right, so drop some last questions if you have it, guys. Andrea de Chile, ¿qué tal? Buena, pelao, ¿cómo estamos? Todo bien. Encantado, Estefano. Legend. I give you a straight to do 30 reps, legend. I didn't quite understand. Anyway. Ooh. Extra rep achieved. 12 reps. My girlfriend needs to go to the toilet. Should we allow her to go? See? This is the problem when you don't have a villa and you don't have your private gym, but you have a bicep though. So that's really, the end goal is more important than how you get there. How long you going for? I don't know what you mean. I guess maybe you're talking about my training. How long I'm working out for? My workouts are about, especially the first 2 of the week, they're not very long. I think the main exercises is about 45 minutes to 1 hour. It depends how many sets I'm doing. Right, so we can use the bathroom again. This is going to be my second last set, guys. So for the one that are online, you wanna drop the last questions? I will do pull-ups now. Let's go, my friend. Huh?
No.
All right, let's go, last set. I'm gonna try and do 13. So one extra. $11. Right now, 13 is not happening. But we got 12, it's still one extra rep compared to last week. And let's get this rolling. The other good thing about, tracking your progress is that every time you actually, you finish one notebook, you're like, shit, I've done a lot of work. It's a way of congratulating yourself, cheer yourself up, and at the same time, I can show you, if you eventually are a lazy motherfucker, all the work that I have done that you haven't done. And that's the reason why you're still not a strong and fit example of a vegan. You see, this keeps going. That's work, you see? That's work. This is work that you haven't done. It's important. Wait, work. You got to put the work if you want to get the results. Don't blame nutrition, right? Don't blame your genetic too much. Of course, everyone has got different genetics. Not everyone is able to build the same amount of muscle. That's true. But if you didn't build your first 5 or 10 kilograms of muscle, chances are that you haven't worked out very well. All right, so we have a last question. What's the best way to lose fat? Just eating less and pushing harder? Or you have a special tip? So let me answer this after my last set. So I always add one body weight set at the end. So last week I only did 10. Okay, so it's going to be easy to go over 10. Let's eat. Let's say it's 15. Last 12. All right. So yeah, 13. Let's do the two extra ones. Let's go. Finito. Right, guys, so actually I'm gonna have to go to MMA, but I'm not going to do grappling because I don't like it. And yeah, so the question was, what's the best way to lose fat? Just eating less and pushing harder, or have a special tip? So eating less is absolutely necessary, but more important than eating less is knowing how many calories you're eating. And I'm not even talking about being on a caloric deficit or maintenance, just knowing how many calories you're eating, because if you know that, you can make changes. You can reduce the calories if you're not getting results, right? So knowing how many calories you're eating, for me, is more important than just eating less and making healthier choices, stuff like that, right? And yeah, for pushing harder, it could be also an option, but it's not an option for everyone to like do more cardio. If you can do more cardio, say go for it. Do cardio every day, like 30 minutes to 1 hour of cardio. Choose a cardio that you can, steady state cardio is the best one. So like running is better than a HIIT circuit when it comes to burning more calories and lose fat. And if you're going to say, oh, what are you talking about? Like HIIT is so much harder. Yes, but usually HIIT has a selection of exercises and rest periods in between that actually make you move less than what you would be moving if you were to just run for 30 minutes or 1 hour. The other thing is that you can actually run for 2 hours, 3 hours, depends how conditioned you are, but you cannot increase the amounts of HIIT you're doing. You're going to be dying at some point. It's going to drain your energy much quicker. My special tip to lose fat. I do have a special tip to lose fat, and that is don't overstress about protein. Okay, there's a lot of noise around protein, and for me it's not the way to go. It's more important to eat healthy food, and in the case of losing fat, by not focusing on protein and eating more fruits and vegetables, you're going to be able to just eat more quantity and feeling fuller, as well as being able to snack more throughout the day without overeating calories. That's going to make you enjoy the process of losing fat more, I believe. This is what I've been doing the last year. Do you believe eating meat is a natural? I think at this point it's not like before. I wasn't thinking about what's natural and what's not, right? I was also thinking, like you should be vegan because it's natural, and eating meat is not for us because we're not carnivore. But then my idea about this changed, because we don't behave naturally. We don't live just out of instinct. We are complex beings. We live in a very complex society, so complex that some people cannot keep up with it, and that's why I believe there is a lot of mental illness, a lot of complexity, a lot of expectation, and it's unfair that we pretend that everyone should keep up with that, to be honest. Even though I also want to say that, you know, people should be a little bit stronger and stop complaining and take responsibility and stop being victims. But yeah, I think I went too deep into this answer. All right, we're done. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And let me know in the comments if you like these formats where I answer questions and kind of talk about things while I work out. Peace.